What's up, bud?
What's up?
How you doing? What have you been eating today?
You really want to know?
I mean, I if it's going to be a shit show, yes.
It's it's a shit show.
Hmm.
Uh, I kind of feel like I went a little overboard today.
Today.
Yeah, well, this whole like last couple days. I mean, I haven't talked to you really in a couple days. So, uh, I found some new pizza places in town, in not even in my town,
Places, plural.
outskirts. So we'll start with. It's funny because both places I found have a very similar name but are not related. So we went to this town called Griffin, Georgia, with my mom and dad a couple nights ago, and Thursday night, and we found this like they have like a nice little cool downtown. It's in the middle of nowhere. You would never know there was a downtown there. But this place was called Slices Pizza. It was mobbed. Like the top floor was packed, the bottom floor was packed. It was just full of people. Pizza was tremendous. Like
Oh, in a place where when was this? Friday?
Thursday.
In a place where you like you said you wouldn't expect it to be a downtown.
Right.
If they've got an actual authentic pizza joint, not just a Hungry Howie's and a Domino's,
Yeah.
I would assume it's always going to be slammed and packed.
Well, I mean, absolutely slammed. Like it was just slammed packed. The pizza was absolutely incredible. Um, but two takeaways. One, I had never heard of this town before. We were kind of just driving around, whatever. But this town is where they're filming some new Marvel movie in this town. So
Some
uh,
new Marvel movie. Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know
Or
shit
maybe
about
maybe one of their
nerd
TV shows.
fests, whatever. Yeah, I don't know
They
nerd
they
shit.
film they film a lot in Georgia because of the tax
Right, because
breaks.
of tax breaks, right? So they're filming this Marvel thing there. So I'm assuming the town's probably getting a little bump from that. So pizza was incredible, but sitting at the table next to us was a guy who looked like Enzo Amore from wrestling, right?
Yeah,
Enzo.
yeah.
Funny part, like I literally was like this. I was trying to get a picture to show you guys, but he kept like looking over. There was like a bunch of people around talking about baseball. Well, he interjects himself, and he was like, and my dad talks to anybody, and he's talking baseball with these other people, and the guy's like, yeah, I'm actually, I work for the Minnesota Twins. Enzo Amore does. And he's
Fake
like,
fake Enzo Amore.
fake Enzo. Right? He's like, yeah, I work for the Twins. He's like, I live here. I guess this Griffin town is a huge baseball town, and he's there. Like he moved there, and he's like scouting baseball talent in Florida. He's a young guy, and I was like, it's cool, whatever. Anyway, pizza was great. So let's fast forward to today. Well, last night, actually, yesterday. Yesterday, I found a pizza place in Gainesville, Georgia. Okay, home of AJ Styles.
Hmm.
Still lives there.
So it's like you're
So
doing this whole wrestling theme to with your food journey here.
right. Well, I mean, that's how I relate
Okay.
for Speedy because he's the only one who will get it. Um, anyway, I go to this place. It's called Sliced. So the first place was Slices. This is Sliced with a
It's like
D.
that's like a typing error. Those two letters are next to each other on a keyboard, aren't they?
Right. Somebody made a mistake. Uh, Pizza was phenomenal, but I don't know if you saw my Instagram, but I posted, or I even posted on Breakfast Club, the cannoli I posted,
I saw it. I didn't read your thing, but I
chocolate, chocolate cannoli with chocolate chips. This thing weighed 5 pounds. I mean, it was, you could do curls with it. That's
was
how
that
heavy it
was
was.
was one of those pizza places where that scraggly ass looking slice was from that you
Yeah,
posted.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, but the cannoli, top notch, heavy cannoli, heavy, heavy. Like you could do curls for real. It was that heavy.
Like a
So
like a it felt like a porno dick in your hand, maybe.
it did. Right, right, right. So it was huge. Right. I mean, I'm used to carrying that around. So
Yeah.
um, anyway, today I wake up and I said, all right, I'm gonna eat breakfast. So I made a bagel, 2 eggs, a little ham,
Oh my God.
made a nice little bagel
We're doing the
sandwich.
whole food journey again. This is like
Uh,
this is like podcast 300,
listen,
300 out of
food.
200 where
Well, I figure the more I talk about food, the less Billy Fives will listen. Uh, so you asked me what I ate. today. So here we
Yeah,
go.
I mean,
ate that bagel
I just
with 2 eggs,
yeah.
fucking ham,
I was
cheese,
just calling you fat.
provolone.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm gonna further your statement, the truth of your statement. Then I ate 2 slices of leftover pizza. But then I was hungry, so I ate 2 more slices of leftover pizza. So I've had 4 slices of pizza today.
Whose pizza was left over?
It was from that Slices place
Yeah,
because my dad
okay.
ordered 2 pies.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like you ordered a pizza and brought home 4 slices. That's not.
No,
usually,
he ordered extra because he thought like, oh, we could bring it home.
Right, and then you ate it
Anyway,
before anyone
I ate
woke
all
up.
4 slices.
Yeah.
Right, and then I also had Chick-fil-A today, so I literally can't breathe. My blood pressure.
Well, you have
through
to
the roof,
you have to get Chick-fil-A today because you can't get it tomorrow.
Right, and I also made 7 TikToks today of eating candy, so I probably got diabetes today. My blood pressure's through the roof, I'm sure.
So you did a whole see. We're recording this on Saturday night. I get a call out of the blue at 9:00 at night, going, "You want to do the podcast now?" And I'm like, "Huh?" I do one of your hats, and you're like, "Oh, I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so can we do it now?" So now I get it. You also did all your TikToks for the week as well.
Right.
Look at you. You're like a guy who actually makes a list before he starts packing. You're like getting prepared here.
I haven't packed yet, though.
No, I wasn't accusing you of actually being.
Yeah.
I was just saying,
Yeah, I know you're being a smartass.
Yeah.
Usual.
Yeah, usual.
So, yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Gatlinburg.
What is this? Like, what's in Gatlinburg?
Well, Dollywood's there, but they're not open yet. But there's some other things there. Yet. They don't open till March.
Oh, they're seasonal.
Seasonal.
Oh, I thought maybe that
it snowed there this week.
I think maybe that I don't know what Dollywood is in terms of is it an amusement park?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does this have any? I thought maybe it had something to do with that Firebug guy. That remember
who?
The dude that burned that we thought burned the place down.
Oh.
The respect Instagrams. Well, I forget what that was even about. I just remember he was at that was a Dolly part, and that was Fabulous Moolah. I got my I got my famous old ladies confused.
You got your famous old ladies mixed up. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So we we're gonna go there tomorrow. Do that. We're gonna go to Paula Dean's restaurant. You know who Paula Dean is, right?
Yeah. She's the lady that cooks with all the
right. We're gonna go there.
8 sticks of butter. Didn't she get in trouble for using the N-word or something?
I think so, but I think she did. But the restaurant is always packed, and it's all you can eat, family style, right up my alley.
There you go.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go there.
Who's
I was on a plane. Me and the kids.
Oh, okay.
I was on a plane with her once. Did I ever tell you that story?
Paula Dean?
Yeah.
Is she related to Jimmy Dean?
I don't know.
Because they're both like Southern country food type gimmicks.
There's Huckleberries. I don't know,
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So, anyway, I was on a plane with her once. Best part is I got on the plane and she was there. I was totally marking out because it's Paula Dean and she likes food and I like food. But when we landed did
you talk to her?
Yeah. So I said hi to her because she was with her husband and we made eye contact as she was walking down the aisle, obviously, and I was in my chair and I said hi and she said, "Hey, how are you?" I said, "Good." And I just, that was it. But when we got off the plane in, I believe it was New Jersey, she went to the smoking lounge and I saw her and she was lighting up a cigarette.
When she was walking by, you should have thrown up to Too Sweet and seen if she
if she's too sweet of me.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. But that was a long ago. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to go there. Going to do some adventures, Smoky Mountain shit. I don't know. But we're supposed to go to New York this week, but the weather's so shitty there. I don't want to go.
So don't go
to New York. No, we're not. We're not going to New York. We canceled that. It's been canceled. So we're going to do mountains for a couple days, and then we're really just going for food. Quite honestly,
I'm trying to think. I'm still waiting to hear what you're gonna do there.
We honestly don't know. We have no idea.
You just they haven't planned anything.
Nothing. Zero.
Not even food places. How you haven't planned?
No. Well, we plan Paula Deen's tomorrow night, and
do you have
the only other thing
you have to make a reservation, or you just wait?
I haven't even looked at that. I probably should have. The only other thing I'm going for is they sell moonshine down there. You can bring it, buy it and bring it home. So I'm going to bring home some moonshine.
Okay.
So that's it. That's what my trip's based around.
You don't strike me as a moonshine kind of guy.
They got flavors: apple pie, cookies and cream, cherry. Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Mm. So good stuff. You mix it with, it's good. It's good stuff. Knocks you on your ass.
You'll mix it with anything. It's already flavored.
No, they tell you what to mix it with, though. Oh. Plus, you could do taste testing. They give you 6 shots. So.
Oh, you should do TikToks of those. You should just do shots.
I'm going to, and the kids are going to hate it because they're going to have to take care of me.
Oh, you're gonna do them all at once?
Oh yeah. They're going to carry me around the rest of the night.
All right, so. I'm sure that'll go off well.
Yeah, it's probably not at all. Yeah.
They're just going to leave you in the parked car, and
the best part is
they're going to run around with your wallet.
Here's the best: the hotel has a trolley down to the town, so you don't have to drive.
Oh, because everyone that goes there for vacation plans to be an inebriate.
Right, the hotel's got an indoor pool with a water slide and hot tub.
Oh my God,
the whole shebang.
Have you been to this hotel before?
I have.
Is this the one where you plugged the toilet up?
This is the famous hotel.
The one from the YouTube video.
Right, but can I tell you?
Well, how did I know that? Is it because the water slide?
I don't know.
I guess.
Right.
Okay.
Can I tell you though? This is the first time back since the incident.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if they have your picture still up there?
Or what if I walked in and he was there and he was like, "You're the guy that clogged the toilet in 2000." He knows the date and everything.
Oh my God! Well, you guys would probably lose your shit when you saw him before he even. I
would know what he looks like, and I would totally lose my shit if I saw him.
Oh totally my God, that's shit. Tremendous. Now I'm pulling for that. I'm also hoping you clog the toilet again.
So it's funny because when I booked it, I was thinking to myself, imagine if I clogged it and we had part 2 of this happen.
You should call the front desk. And go, look, we're checking in tomorrow or later today. Whenever you call, go. Last time the toilet got plugged up. Can you make sure you give us a room with some really good, really updated plumbing?
Or can you have a plunger handy? I just put the plunger by the toilet.
I just plan on it being a food heavy trip, and I don't want to put you guys through
in a weird position again,
or whatever.
And that's when they're like, no, Jimbo loves when people clog toilets. He lives for it. Jimbo loves it.
Yeah, he's too much idle time.
Right, they're like he's had his snake ready. Nobody's clogged the toilet in years.
You can only check your squirrel trap so many times in a day. You got to have other things to do, I guess.
Right. They're like, he hasn't had a clogged toilet since, 2000 and
since the great
18,
the great clogging of 2018. You're sitting there doing the math and going, "Oh shit, that's me."
Oh shit! Yeah. So Jimbo's been talking about that ever since the great Clogbino. Another funny part is, I'm going to be looking for this guy when I'm there.
Oh,
on
my
purpose.
God. Well, last time you clogged it, didn't Nick still have to use the bathroom?
And he did. He shit on top of the shit. We double clogged it.
Nicky no flush it.
Right, Nicky no flush. And that's when the guy walked. So the guy walked in. For anybody who doesn't know, we're at this hotel in Tennessee that we're going to be at again this weekend. Beautiful hotel, DoubleTree by Hilton. You get the nice cookies at the counter, nice and hot.
I'm sure this all has to do with points, by the way, as well.
Of course it does. So we clogged I clogged the toilet, but Nick had to go. He went on top of it, so we double clogged it. And when we called the front desk, the guy came in, and I've never seen somebody so happy to unclog a toilet in his life.
Well, first of all, you're bridging the story and changing it a bit. You
Go ahead.
you didn't call the front desk. You and Lex went down to the front.
Oh, we
desk.
went down to the front desk.
You
That's
filmed because
right.
it's all on film. You guys are like giggling.
Me and Lex went down there.
And then I think you blame the kids on it.
I said on the video, I said the kids clogged the toilet. Yeah.
And then when you get back to the room, you realize Nick's using it, and you're like, "Don't flush, it's clogged." And then you also said, "Hurry up, the guy's coming to unclog it," and he started to get all panicky because he's in there fucking trying to do his business, and then the guy and man, just you guys were just trying not to giggle the whole time he was there.
You got to watch. If you guys haven't seen the YouTube video, you got to go to YouTube. You got to watch the video.
I think it might be on our website page. There's a videos, and I think it's. I put some of the more popular or funnier videos that we've done over the years. I think the toilet clogging one is in that, so you can find it easier if you go to the website. And
I mean, the guy was so happy to unclog the toilet. He reached his hand in there with like a glove on to
he was pulling he was pulling the gimmick out instead of like
and then he went and got his snake, his big giant toilet snake. He was so excited to use it. Like it was like he hadn't used it yet, and he was like, "Finally, it's my chance!" Like he went and got it.
A tool guy. Like it's like with me and Marco, when we were working for that fuckhead Seth, he started to get us into plumbing stuff, which we didn't want to do because we were like, listen, we don't want any of the like any of the actual end of plumbing that involves that kind of stuff. We were like, we'll do the outdoor backflows and stuff because that's water before it gets to the house. You don't want to deal with water once it gets to the house. You don't want to deal with pipes once it's gotten to the house. None of that. But he sent us to this job where the guys had a holiday party and everything was clogged up. Shit was coming up through the fucking shower grates and all that stuff. And we're like, God damn it! This is what we told him we didn't want to do. But he bought or rented. He rented from Home Depot. The big snake that is like
that's what this guy had.
This had a camera on the end of it.
Oh,
it had a camera on the end of it with a little view screen.
Next fucking level.
Yeah. So the funniest part is it's one of the TikToks too that I have on the Breakfast Club TikTok when we were still doing this backflow stuff. Is that everything's been cleaned, but it's still been used for all these septic jobs, and yet Marco's like holding the fucking holding it like a microphone and like looking at it and talking in it and stuff, and I'm like
this isn't the first toilet it's seen, pal.
Right? Both of us just oblivious to the fact that this thing's been plunged in so many like shit pipes that we couldn't even count. And we were both oblivious to it until someone made a comment on the fucking TikTok. And we're like, yeah, good point. Maybe we should keep that. Maybe we should keep that away from our faces.
Oh, that's so gross. Yeah. So we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm sure there's going to be a toilet or two, clogged.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a vacation without that happening.
Right.
So, we're only going for 2 days.
Well, if you're planning to eat at places like Paula Deen, you're obviously clogging the toilet.
We're fucked.
Because it's two things. You're gonna be eating a lot of food, so you're gonna have a lot of poop.
Right.
But then also, when you go and eat at a place like Paula Deen, like she's notorious for using a stick of butter with everything she cooks. So cleanup's going to be a disaster, which means you're going to have extra paper. You're just like loading the odds that you're going to clog this thing. Not only with like the volume of fucking food you're eating, but also you're going to be going through you're going to be doing a lot of paperwork, if you will.
Oh, yeah. So, right.
Yeah.
That's why I only stay at top-notch hotels.
That's why you should pretend you're in Mexico for the week and just throw all your toilet paper in the can next to the toilet. Really upset your kids because they probably would not be able to grasp that concept and it would freak them out. But yeah,
way better story if we clogged the toilet.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, for the podcast sake, at least.
Yeah. So. Well, I feel like this could be like we may have another like YouTube video from this trip. Maybe you should try and you try and be conscious of filming because I have a feeling you're gonna have a situation.
Yeah, I think so too.
You should just ask for the same room. You should just stack the deck.
I don't remember what room it was.
Well, maybe they'll go, I see you've been here before. And you go, yeah, by the way, can you see what room
Can I get that room again?
It had a nice view. And then she's looking and she's thinking of the room. She's like, it doesn't have a nice view. What's he talking about?
Or she looks closer. She goes, there's a note in here.
A little red flag.
A little asterisk next to the name.
Oh, my. How funny would it be if you do have like a tag on you with this hotel in their system, and when you get to the fucking room, you notice that they've left a plunger, like not like accidentally, like it's sitting on the lid from the toilets down, and the plunger's like sitting
with
on the
note.
Lid. Yeah, like
you're on your own this time, pal.
Yeah, Randy's on vacation. You're on your own.
You're on your own. God, yeah. I mean, something's gonna definitely happen this trip. There's no way that we clog toilets everywhere we go. You know what it is? Look, I'm a heavy shitter, but Nick uses toilet paper like nobody's business.
He wraps himself like a mummy, huh?
Right. I'm like, what do you? There's not even. You must waste paper. You can't even wipe your ass with like that much paper. It's not possible.
Yeah.
You can only fold over so many times.
Right.
You know.
Before it becomes like a dabbing if you're like it's like trying to wipe your ass with a pillow. I don't think it's as effective as a couple of sheets of paper, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So, listen. I had that problem today. I went and took a shower.
Yeah?
I hadn't showered in like 3 days. I went and took.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's no record for me. But I take you take a shower and you're like conscious of it. You're like, let me like go take a shit first. I'm gonna hold off on the shower, even though I want to shower now. I feel a little gross. I'm gonna wait an hour. I'm gonna chug some water. I'm gonna like do some jumping jacks. What do I gotta do? Let me get a shit out, because the last thing you want to do is like realize you got to shit right after or during your shower. During
the worst.
During is the worst. But like right after, where like you're toweling off and you're not even dry and you're like dripping wet everywhere while you're sitting on the bowl, is the worst. Because then you gotta just go back in the shower. There's no way you at that point, you know. But so this was I did that, then I went and took a shower, and then like 45 minutes later I've got to shit, and then I've got to shit again like 15 minutes after that, and I'm like, this shower's like completely wasted.
Right. For the guy who hadn't showered in 3 days, it was really wasted.
Right. I went through half a roll. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Wow.
Yeah. You know, when you can't, when like it's the never ending wipe, when it's like,
right.
When it's like someone stuck a crayon halfway up there and you're just, or a marker, and you're just, every time you go back there, it's the same brown line, same fucking consistency.
Right.
Over and over again.
It's funny. This you just made me think of this. When this is back in the day, back in my I was like 18, 19 years old. I used to know this girl, and in her room, on the back of her door was a poster, and it was all the different kinds of shits. She had bought it at what's that store in the mall? Like a Spencer's or something?
Yeah, probably.
And it had all the different kinds of shits that occur to you. The ghost shit, where you take a shit, and it had description where you take a shit and you wipe and there's nothing there. It's a ghost shit, right? Yeah, it had like the mud butt, you know, where you're wiping and it just keeps coming. You don't know where it's coming from. Like it had like maybe 25 different descriptions of shits, and it was on a poster on the back of her door. Never forgot that, because like there was times I was at her house.
That's an odd poster for a girl to have, to be honest with you.
It was, but I would like read it, and then like, you know, I'd be over there like 2 weeks later, and she'd be like, "Why are you reading that again?" I was like, just trying to remember the different, like, you know, because like, and she was like,
the nicknames, yeah.
Right. And she's like, "Oh, it's weird." I was like, "Is it weird that I'm reading it, or is it weird that you have it on the back of your door?" I don't know, but
Right.
I'm
Especially
trying to
like,
memorize the different shits.
it's the back of the door of her bedroom, right?
Right.
Not like in the bath. Like, it would be. That's a great gimmick
No.
for in the bathroom, you know.
In her bedroom.
Yeah, I've seen some people have in their bathroom is a nice framed, like, I've seen this twice where someone had a nicely framed photo from Ace Ventura where he's like coming out of the rhino's ass.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's like
a good one.
what you're looking at as you're sitting. It's always facing you while you're sitting on the toilet. I think that's a funny picture.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah. That's a good one for a bathroom.
Oh, it's a solid one, yeah. Yeah. No, I just, I don't know why she had it. I never asked her, never really got into it. Why she actually had that, but it was funny to me. I don't know. But, yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens this week. I mean, hopefully I don't clog too many toilets. And I'm just going to blame the kids anyway.
I only need you to clog one.
Yeah. Just going to blame Nick anyway. Doesn't matter. So,
listen, he's caught heat there before. It's not like it's new territory for him. So
yeah, right. He's been there. So yeah, so it should be good. We'll see. I don't know what we're gonna do while we're there, but find something to do. I'm sure I'll have a good podcast coming back.
Did you? I assume that you and those two idiots on the road with you.
Yeah, this is 4.5 hours. They're gonna drive me nuts.
Something ridiculous.
And the dog.
Something ridiculous is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, this time you can blame the dog.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of that pay-per-view today?
No, zero interest in that shit.
I didn't have a lot of interest, but I wasn't doing anything, so I woke up and kind of like fucked around, and then I think someone mentioned it in our little group chat.
So Blake did.
So I'm like, oh, all right, and so I eventually put it on, and I caught like the last hour and 20 minutes of it, but it was nothing special. I found it curious that they like in the final match Elimination Chamber. Funny, but we're talking about the Elimination Chamber after all this poop talk, because that's kind of like that's like a good term for it.
Right.
Either your butthole or just the whole bathroom in itself could be the Elimination Chamber. But
right.
But apparently they like Lashley. I wasn't like watching. I was kind of like on TikTok, and
I read the results and stuff too. So
yeah, but I feel like they faked a concussion with Lashley.
Yeah, why though? It doesn't even make sense.
Because it's a weird, maybe they're trying to book him so he's not weak. Like he didn't get pinned by anyone. He just got conked on the head, and then because I have never in the history of pro wrestling heard anyone ever say in a match, so and so is out due to concussion protocols. I've never heard of anyone saying concussion protocols during a pro wrestling match. It's always like either the guy's fucked up and they just take him out, because how would they even, or he's like, I can go, and even though he is concussed, they finish the match. I've never heard this. And then you would think that he wouldn't have been eliminated early anyways, that it would have probably been him and Brock as the final two or something, but maybe that doesn't work that well if they want to keep him strong or something.
I do think they were trying to keep him strong, because I do think that down the line you have something with him, you can't.
I think now you had something with him, but they kind of they fucked him because also the finish is Brock. I mean, he chased this kid up the side of the chamber. Like I've never. It was like watching like a jaguar run up a tree.
Like a jaguar.
I was like, holy shit! Like it scared me how fast and nimble Brock was. He grabbed this kid and got him over his shoulders, standing on top of one of the chambers, and F5'd him off of it. And I'm like thinking,
I saw that, yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, that's the finish, because then he rolls him in the ring and pins him. I'm like, well, that's not ad-libbed after you find out Lashley's out due to concussion. This was all planned. So, like, whatever narrative they were trying to do, it wasn't like, I wasn't buying that he was out unexpectedly, because of a concussion.
Agree.
and they fucked him hard because he's like he had the belt, and you're a month away from WrestleMania, and you just took a title match at WrestleMania away from him because now
to put title versus title, which I absolutely fucking hate.
I don't mind title versus title. I don't mind title versus title. I don't even mind it at WrestleMania. But I just with that's like if you're doing a 1 day. When they're doing 2 days, you need like the extra title matches for each day. You need it. So I don't know.
Right.
Also, I was confused with they were talking about the Hall of Fame, and they made it sound like they were gonna like pair it up with SmackDown. As
like at the same time?
As like a double ticket or something. And I'm like thinking like who like the Hall of Fame is like it's when you're there, it's a drag, man. It's after like just listening to people talk for 4 hours is rough. And you're going to have them there 2 extra hours watching SmackDown beforehand. It's probably bad idea. I don't know.
And then NXT is like 11 a.m. or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hate their fucking product.
They're all over the place.
Awful. They're so bad.
And no Cody. Everyone, I love reading like, oh, he's at the Poland airport. He's on a flight to Saudi. He's landed in Saudi. Yeah. But where's the pictures? Where's the,
right.
If he had signed with the WWE, it would definitely get out because there's too many moving parts in that machine, and they're not loyal to keep a secret. Like the difference, like AEW, like when Brody was sick. Like a lot of people knew, and that never got out, ever.
Right.
I couldn't even imagine the people that would have to know about a Cody thing, in the process, like merchandising and photo guys and promo and where he's got to be and where people are stalking out to try and find him.
There's no way that's total bullshit.
Right. I don't think he's signed anywhere yet.
Yeah. I don't think so either. I think it's total bullshit.
I think it's a work. I think he's going to come back.
I think it is too.
Yeah. I like it. I don't mind it. I like that he's working the boys and working,
Or they all know and they're just working everybody too.
You would think, but I think maybe it's just him and Tony and Brandy kind of snickering and trying to work everybody, which is going to backfire. People can be mad about that, but
yeah. No, for sure. But, I mean, it'll be good if it happens. So, yeah, I mean, I will say AEW's pay-per-view looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, that lineup is, I mean, that's a top-notch wrestling lineup.
Yeah.
Top-notch.
Yeah.
Top-notch. So, I got one more thing to bring up, and I figure we'll save it for last. If people don't want to listen, they can get off now, but what's your thoughts on Brian Flores today? The weekly former Miami Dolphins coach Brian Flores update, who's suing the NFL.
Right. He's suing the NFL. He's suing certain teams individually, or are individually named in the lawsuit, along with the NFL. For like, I mean, he's accusing them of racist hiring practices and et cetera, et cetera.
Even teams that hired a black coach.
Right. I'm pulling up something right now just to look. TFC, is that? Okay, the Sports Courier. Because I know.
So you're getting into it with the Sports Courier today.
No, well, I know Fred, who runs that.
Fred said, "Go fuck yourself." That's what Fred said.
Fred got a little testy because he's
a little testy.
He's big on the diversity stuff, and he's right. There isn't enough of it, but this guy's not your guy. Like,
no, he's not the guy.
And also Fred is only hearing national news on it. He's not hearing local news, and then on the local level, all the dirt is starting to come out. I was just pulling it up to see what the actual job he got was, because he's not coordinator.
It's like linebacker coach or something.
He's senior defensive assistant and linebacker. So I guess he's helping.
I don't even know what that means.
I guess he's coaching the linebackers, I don't know if they have a linebackers coach and he's co-coaching. It doesn't say. And senior defensive assistant means I guess he's just he's the defensive coordinator's assistant or yeah, I don't know. It's not a, but I mean, what is?
It seems like a pity job. Like they felt bad for him, or maybe they don't want to be named in the lawsuits. They were like, we're just hiring this guy as something.
Well, it has to be a job of some significance if he accepted it. You know what I mean? Like it's gotta not just be like a total like empty gesture because he wouldn't have accepted the job if it wasn't a real job.
Right.
But like he posted, Brian Flores deserves a head coaching job, but this is a great move. And I'm like, yeah, anyone nationally thinks he deserves it, but locally, nobody I don't think he's a good coach. And I even commented on the thing. I'm like, yeah, it's a great hire until Minka Fitzpatrick demands another trade to get away from him again. Because he, like when he was with the Dolphins, there were players that wanted to leave because of him. I mean, we had an offensive line coach that like left like two weeks into the regular season. He couldn't work with this guy anymore. So it's just I think. I mean, if you want to get into tin hat conspiracy time, tinfoil hat. I think the NFL had a talk with a couple of teams and finally found a team that would be willing to take him on for a role, so that because he now has a job, maybe he's busy. B, he quiets down a little bit. And even
maybe he'll lay off.
And even if he continues, I think he's going to continue the lawsuit. But at least now it looks like he wasn't blackballed from the league.
Yeah.
But I also think they set him up because now if he doesn't do a good job and he gets fired, he's going to get fired by a black head coach. So they took away adding to the narrative of his issues down the road. I personally think that I've been paying a lot of attention to all the hires that the Miami Dolphins have been doing on the coaching staff, and I am 100% sure that Flores was trying to pound, square pegs in the round holes, going, this is our system, you got to fit it. And the new guy is going, these are the players I have. Let's make it work as best as I can with these players. And Flores hired his buddies.
Yes.
And his buddies weren't necessarily the best teachers and the best coaches.
Because the Dolphins made some great hires this week.
This guy, Mike McDaniel, opened up the fucking Rolodex and got this phenomenal quarterback coach, got this phenomenal a couple of really good coaches that are like known for improving players, and going it was just weird. I don't know if he did it on purpose. It doesn't feel like just a thing to pop the fans, but to bring back Sam Madison and Pat Surtain, two of the three best cornerbacks that ever played for the Dolphins, to coach maybe the best cornerback that ever played for the Dolphins. That's pretty cool. And you got forget about a coach. When you got two players that are that good at the position, they're going to technique the shit out of these players. It's just going to be all technique, and they're going to get so much better.
So Sam Madison was one of my favorite players. During that time, I've met him.
When he went to the Giants or Dolphins?
No, when he played for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So when he played for the Dolphins, my high school had a connection to Sam through Louisville because he went to Louisville, and he was there at the school. He did the Sam Madison football camp there at my school. He was. And this was after I think I was there when he did it. It may have been when I was there senior year and then after. But I've got autographed cards of Sam Madison. But he was a great player. So you're not only hiring you're hiring a guy that played. I mean, kind of recently, right? He's not those guys.
Those guys are. It was longer ago than we remember. We're talking
right, but it's not like you're
late
hiring somebody from
'90s,
the
early
60s.
2000s. Yeah.
Right. But you're not hiring a guy who coached in the
Well,
60s or played in the 60s.
it's weird. Sam Madison, I didn't even know he was coaching until this
Yeah.
year. I thought he was still doing local broadcast stuff.
Right.
But apparently he's been coaching the D-backs on the Chiefs. And Pat Surtain has been coaching American Heritage down here, the football team.
Yeah.
And they're like national champions like 3 times under him.
Obviously he knows what he's doing.
Right. So I'm saying like the pedigrees on these guys, coaching wise, seem to be pretty good. And here's the other thing I'll say about Mike McDaniels and the hirings he's been doing are that like a number of them, like 2 or 3 of them, are lateral moves.
Right.
So you're like they must really like and believe in the kind of things McDaniels does and wants to do to leave a team to do the same job on another team. Like a lateral move. It's like, why would I leave where I am now?
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That says something too. I just think the whole Flores thing, there's like 3 people listening now that are actually fans of football and can put up with Dolphins talk. But I feel like it's all going to prove out this next year because even with all these changes, I think this coaching staff and this philosophy is so good, and the coaching staff he put together is going to get so much out of every player they have compared to what Flores was doing, which was like the opposite of that in a lot of ways. That it's just going to prove out. You're going to see a totally different Tua. You're going to see the Tua that was worth being drafted 5 overall. You're going to see, and it's going to prove a lot of the things that Flores thought he was so, such a hot shit about, and prove him wrong.
Right.
It's like, no, you had 3 years, you did nothing. You sabotaged the quarterback, you this, that, and the other thing. You never had an offensive line. I was thinking back on this season. His defense, like Tua came off the field with a lead, and the defense coughed up the lead, and we lost at least 2 games this year because of the fuckhead's defense, not because of Tua. And he lost 7 in a row. And I think we were the first win for the Jaguars. All this kind of bullshit. It's like, but you think you deserve to still be the head coach, and you think you deserve to be the head coach somewhere else off of your performance here, running off players, running off coaches, wearing out your welcome, et cetera, and then backhanded insulting a guy like Lovie Smith,
right?
Who got the job in Texas,
but he was in the system.
Well, yeah, and
thought they hired a guy from outside
and actually took a team to a Super Bowl.
Right.
So, but what do I know? What do I know?
What do you know?
What do I know? Yeah. All I know is that anyone that doesn't live down here still thinks Flores was highly mistreated and done dirty, and it really couldn't be farther from the truth. The guy he's got too much integrity to tank games.
Right.
Too much integrity to do a little tampering to get. I mean, he didn't want to tank games to get Burrow. He didn't want to do any kind of tampering to get Brady here. So you got Tua, and then you spend the next 2 years sabotaging the kid. It's like, well, you're kind of tanking games if you're sabotaging your starting quarterback. So you may as well have done it earlier and gotten the guy you really wanted. You idiot.
I agree. Well, I'm going to go Pack.
Oh, well, you know what? I have one more question.
What's your question?
Now that nobody's listening, it may be for another podcast, but I figure, we won't remember by the time we do another one to ask about this. What was the deal with Pound Town?
I mean, Pound Town's a dollar store in the UK. But,
which makes complete sense because
the pound is their dollar.
Their currency is the pound, not the dollar, right?
But I made a TikTok laughing at the name because Poundland, you think I'm thinking
is it Poundland or Pound Town? Was it Pound?
Poundland, but
Poundland,
apparently
but
they have other branches of this Pound Town, Pound this, Pound that. I'm thinking like Pound, giving it the old good pound, man and woman.
Well,
Boom.
It's Poundland is very close to Pound Town, which is like taking someone to Pound Town is like, I mean, it's a well-used phrase here.
But apparently, the British don't use the word pound like we would use it. So it wasn't funny to them like it was funny to us. And that video had 50,000 views. There was 1,500 comments, and all 1,500, but maybe 10 were people going, "Why are you surprised? It's a dollar store." Like, they didn't get the joke. They thought that I was surprised that there was a dollar store in the UK, which is funny because we obviously have so many here in America. Dollar store.
It's weird because dollar store, Dollar General, yada yada. But it's weird because they watch a ton of our culture, like movies, right. TV, stuff like that. You would think they like the word pound used in place of fuck.
Yeah,
they would get it. They would get that that's an American thing. Like, we know crisps or chips. We know these things. You would think they would know pound, that Americans use pound as a replacement for fuck. But maybe not. Maybe not. That's just funny that you had you actually had a controversial TikTok about that.
Right, they were. I mean, there's literally 1,600 comments of people going, "Yes, it's real. It's a dollar store," but not getting the joke. They thought that I was just. They thought I was questioning that they had a dollar store. It's mind blowing to me. The joke went right over their heads, right over. So I thought it was funny. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
And I will tell you, I didn't even find that on my own. Someone that I know in New Jersey, she sent it to me and said, "Is this real?" And I said, "I don't know." She said, "You should ask your followers." And I said, "Making the video right now." Yeah. And I told her, hey, they think and she was like, "You're kidding." I was like, "No, they don't get the joke." So, yeah.
You should do a follow-up.
And do what? And be like, I should go through. You know what? I'm gonna go do some research tonight on Pound Town and Poundland. Apparently, there's 5 different versions of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, but
see, in America, if we use the pound as a currency, we would have definitely still called it Pound Town or Poundland and been totally tongue in cheek with it, with our advertising for it, right, and all that stuff. We'd all be winking and joking and haha. Yeah, that's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah,
that's a good rib that is completely wasted.
No, but it got a lot of views and likes and comments because people were they just didn't get it.
No, I'm just saying, the name is completely wasted, right, on them. Yeah.
The other funny thing is I figured out that if I put stuff in the freezer and eat it, it drives the fucking Brits crazy. They lose their shit over me putting food in the freezer. So,
what, chocolate and stuff?
Yeah, chocolate. They lose their mind.
All that Reese's peanut butter cups, M&Ms, a lot of candy bars are so much better frozen.
Right, but they lose their shit.
I don't get it.
I mean, I posted today, 27,000 views, 454 comments of people saying, "Why would you put your chocolate in the freezer?" But the worst part is somebody from over there told me to put it in the freezer. Yeah, I didn't just do it on my own. I think they're very confused over there.
See, now I'm thinking. Now I'm really thinking about Pound Town.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for 2 days now.
I mean, it's even funny, as a thing. You're like, "Oh, I'm going to take you to Pound Town," and in England, that means something. It has an extra
dollar store.
It has an extra thing because it can be code for fucking you, but it also means I'm only giving you $1 worth of fuck.
Yeah, but to them,
I'm giving you a cheap ass lackluster fuck. It's even funnier. You know what I mean?
And they all really thought that I wanted to go to the dollar store.
What a waste. What a waste.
Such a waste.
You should go out in front of a you should go in front of a dollar store and be like, it's no Poundland, but you guys don't get the joke anyways.
Right. Yeah. Or I have an idea. Going to maybe going to people and say, what do you think? What's the first thing you think of when I say the name Poundland? And see what people's responses are. Right?
Or you should be like American answers only.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get people being like, oh, it's probably a land where you go to fuck. Like,
right. It's code for me giving you my best 4 inches.
Right, exactly. So, yeah. Right. I don't know.
Or whatever that equates. Let me look. I have actually, the funny thing is I have a ruler on my desk, and I was going to try and give the metric equivalent of 4 inches, but this does not have any metric measurements on it, just as inches.
What, you got a UK fucking ruler over there?
No, but come on. You don't have rulers at one side's all the US measurements, on the other side's the metric? Like most rulers have that. I picked this one up, and this is like, it doesn't have it. So I couldn't even do my joke. So whatever. All right.
All right. Well, by the way, Jay White turned on the Samoans there from the Bullet Club tonight.
Where?
Just at Impact.
Oh,
Jay White helped the Good Brothers win the tag titles.
Like Tamatonga and the other one.
Yeah, he helped the Good Brothers win.
I didn't even know they were fighting each other. So it was like Bullet Club versus Bullet Club.
There's pay-per-view tonight. Yeah,
I understand that, but I don't pay attention to it. I don't know any of the matches that were booked on. It's Impact. That's that's the epitome of tree falling in the woods. Like, I don't get the regular programming, so why would I even be aware of the pay-per-view?
Yeah, you're right. All right, I gotta go pack.
I mean, when you told me the Good Brothers won the tag title at a pay-per-view, that says everything I need to know about Impact Wrestling. Okay.
I mean, and Jordan Grace wrestled Matt Cardona, which I'm watching a clip of it, and it looks so not believable. But okay.
Listen, I will pay her one compliment, and that is that you can tell if you see her on like Instagram or whatever over the last year and a half, the girl has worked really, really hard to transform herself into a, she's doing the work of a professional wrestler. She's getting her body into this incredible shape and all that. But
look believable.
But then everyone insists on putting these people with men, and it's like you said, it's not believable. Yeah,
not believable.
Cardona, he's probably what, 8 inches taller, maybe a whole foot taller than her.
Right.
And of all the people, like, have her fight a Twinkie Dink. Not Cardona's like built like a WWE wrestler. You got a whole roster on Impact of guys that would be more believable in the ring with her. So I mean, right. I don't know. Is she champion? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Was he collecting a belt? Is he the women's champ now?
Yeah, no idea. I watched a little spot from the match.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't want to be. I'm not trying to degrade her at all. I think
that wasn't at her. That was at
the match. The booking. Yeah, I would agree without even seeing it that it's probably not going to work that well. But
right.
But I do have to give her a credit. That girl's put a lot of work in the last year and a half for her career. She's still on Impact, so nobody knows. But
right.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. I gotta go pack for this big trip.
You know what you should pack?
What? Plunger?
A plunger, about 3 rolls of toilet paper, and maybe some baby wipes.
Oh, baby wipes are coming.
Maybe get some of those Preparation H ones so you're not uncomfortable.
Yeah. I got them. Don't.
All right, buddy.
All right, goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Day 1, Gatlinburg, on the bowl, praying I don't flood it. Don't want to pull a Chadwick. I have nobody here to help me. I'm all by myself. Except for these two kids out here. Yeah, okay, shut up. I'm pooping. Alright, this is the moment of truth here. At the counter, we're going to tell them the toilet's clogged. She's out blue. Can I get maintenance to the room? One of the kids clogged the toilet.
Sure, what room?
5:15, I think. Okay. Yeah, 5:15. Yeah, thank you.
Blame the kids.
Lex, how was that?
No, it was not funny. You blame the kids on it.
That's right. Blame the kids. The best part is, Nick is on the toilet right now as we speak. So this is going to be, the guy's going to come up and he's going to be on the bowl. So the guy's going to have to wait and Nick's going to come out. So he gets all the blame. This is great. You alright there? Hurry up, maintenance is coming.
Okay, I'll be done in a second.
And don't flush.
I won't. Why?
Because it's going to overflow.
He blamed it on the kids.
On us?
Yeah, and it's great because maintenance is coming and you're going to come right out of the bathroom. There we go. Hey.
Don't you better come over and give you trouble?
Yeah, I don't want to flush it. I think it's going to overflow. These kids.
I've got an over thing I'll do first.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need to make no mess.
I ain't trying to make a mess.
Dad.
I'm getting a little hard gloves here.
Sorry about that.
I'm used to this. I do. Let me run over here and get a bag, and I'll get the biggest part out in the bag, and that way we won't have anything missing.
Okay. It may go down. I don't even know. I just didn't want to try
I'm
it.
gonna play safe. I'll be right back.
Okay. He's gonna go get a bag and he's gonna scoop.
What?
He's gonna scoop it up. I'm crying. Okay, stop. Go. Please get away before he gets upset and doesn't scoop the poop. Oh my god. This is really happening. Oh.
I've got to wait in before I don't make no mess and help it.
Yeah, it may go down when you flush it. Come on.
I used to work in the hospital. This don't bother me a bit.
I just didn't want to make a mess.
Now, I got one more trick.
Uh-oh, he's got another trick.
You just need a toy here, and anything solid go on down. This little toy, you can buy this.
Come here, get in here. What's that?
You can buy this little thing here at Lowe's for $15.
Oh, really? I just use a plunger. Get in here now. Get in here before you get in trouble. I think he saw me.
Sir, you're back in business.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good night. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right.
Thanks. Yeah, you too. We're back in business, baby.